The LCMS is made up of about 6,000 congregations, but of those, about 3,500 are considered rural and small town.
I'm the pastor at Concordia Lutheran Church in Frona, Missouri. Frona is a town of about 250, 260 people. They've been there for 175 years, and we are just smack dab in the heart of being small.
When we say reaching rural America for Christ, that's exactly what we want to do. We want to get beyond our silos, get out there where the folks are, and say, hey, I've got some good news for you. His name is Jesus.
Engaging Your Community events are specifically designed for rural and small town congregations to reach out to their communities with the assets that God has blessed them with in their specific community and their specific congregation.
In terms of partnerships growing out of the Engaging Communities event, Bean Blossom and the day camp there certainly was a tremendous blessing. At the Engaging Communities event, Pastor Hank Berg, who was a retired pastor serving them at the time, made mention of the fact that they felt isolated and alone without a lot of support and struggling to reach out to their community. Certainly wanted to. That's why he and a number of the congregation members were present that day.
Pastor Bauman from Clifty, St. Paul's, he suggested maybe we could get together and provide a VBS of some sort, and they would help us. We realized that we as a small church would be able, it's something we could do, and that really excited us.
It was a good experience to bring other congregations and to hear what their struggles were, what their assets were, and of course the blessing that really came out of that was that we could start a conversation, maybe how we could collaborate and work together.
Pastor Bauman at Clifty contacted us and said that they had this opportunity where we could share Pastor Luna, because he had grown the Hispanic mission so much in the Seymour area that they were all starting to attend Clifty. We were fortunate enough that that worked out for us and we were able to get Pastor Luna here.
But when I hear about this place, Duberwick, which I never knew it existed in the map, because I looked in the map and it did not appear,
Yes, it is great to have the full-time pastor here. While we are sharing him, he is, I think we all see him as our full-time pastor. And it's great. We know every Sunday Pastor Luna will be here.
My main purpose is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, and that is what I do.
Really high on our priority list is the idea of worker priests or bivocational pastors.
It looked like a program that would fit for me because I still farm, currently still farm. I am bivocational. I farm. We run a large farming operation with my son and my partner.
So how do we help support those pastors? And so over the last few years, we've put on what we call our worker priest respite and revitalization retreat.
Kathy and I were able to go down to Concordia, Missouri to attend a worker priest retreat to get away for those who are bivocational working out in rural and small town ministry. The small town churches still count for something, and a lot of times people they forget about how important the small churches are. That's really where our synod started from, was small churches. It wasn't from the mega church. It was the small rural churches is what built the church that we have today.
Our Engaging Your Community event through Rural and Small Town Mission are really focused on bringing practical tools that a congregation can use in service to Word and Sacrament ministry. Really, it's about getting a true idea of what's going on around us and what the Lord has blessed us with, so that we can use those gifts that the Lord has given us to engage that community which is around us.
The care team came affiliated with the church through a phone call through Barb, asking if there was a need. And there was a need in our community for children that needed quilts. And through the Trinity Lutheran Church and the quilters, we have found a way to work together.
Not everybody has this opportunity to show Christ's love in such a tangible way, but the quilters have really found the avenues with different community partners to reach out to those people who are in need.
It's amazing how God uses people and sets them up on a journey that goes like no other. Our mission statement is connecting community with Christ. And so to do that, we offered the quilts to other people. And other people, when they have a need, they come, or they come down here and ask me, and we'll go through the quilts and we'll give them. We pray over them. Tears are shed.
One of the things that we saw with Rural and Small Town Mission was that they do give a number of ways to help the congregation see that there are things that they can do, and by doing those things, then they do find that they have some hope.
I think it's extremely necessary nowadays to have rural and small town mission work because, just like in the big city, kids are growing up and they're falling away from the church, so we need to be reaching out to them. People are moving into smaller communities because they like smaller communities. They're trying to get out of the big city, and we need to reach out to them as well with the gospel.
As long as we're faithfully doing what the Lord has called us to do in this place where He has planted us to do it, then it's a success. Regardless of money, regardless of numbers, we are doing what the Lord has called us to do, and that is a success in Rural and Small Town Mission.